Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how to apply for a flight with your drone in a FRZ. Now I remember when I first did this, practice makes perfect. The first time I applied to fly in a FRZ, I was unknowledgeable, did not know nothing. I just thought the flight plan of a DJI, the app on your phone, was the flight plan. Today I want to give back and show everyone my way of applying for a flight in FRZ. So I'm going. Right guys, we are on YouTube in an incognito mode tab. First thing I like to do, whichever browser you want to use, whichever of your preference, you want to type NATS NSF, and when I say NATS, that's November Alpha Tango Sierra NSF. So the first thing you're going to get prompted with on Google is the non-standard flight application from the NATS AERO website. This is what you want to click onto. Once loaded in, I'm on an incognito mode browser, so it will move a little bit slower. So the first thing you want to do is scroll down. We are flying a drone. Now, so for request to fly, make sure you read through this information. I am not going to read through it because I have done it 1,000 times, not literally, but I've done it enough times. I've read through this. Every time I'm doing it, I reread through it just in case there's an update. Obviously, being a professional, you want to make sure you're not cutting any corners. So long story short, the main thing I always take away from this: do not submit a flight under 14 days. I have tried to do it. Nope, it wasn't gonna work. The fact that I tried, you know what the funniest thing? I did it in 2 days' time. They rejected it. Then I redid it again the same day for 2 weeks' time. They accepted it within an hour. Just to show me, do not do it under 14 days. So these are the list of airports that you can fly in. Sorry, these are the list of airports that are FRZs. You can't fly in. Obviously, there's other places, RF 157, 158, 159, for example, which is literally here. I didn't even see it, my bad. It's literally there. If you want to fly over 400 feet in London, you literally apply through this way. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be applying to fly in an FRZ, which is London City Airport, which is the second FRZ on the NATS location. So what we're going to firstly do, click on the airport area that your flight will be in, which is London City Airport. The flight start date. Now, this is the key detail. Being in the UK, the weather is atrocious. Now, the NATS give you up to 2 weeks to complete your flight. Now, I'm not going to fully submit a flight because that would be giving away a bit of my data and editing, you get what I mean, blurring it up, it's long. So I'm going to create a fake flight, but I'm not going to submit it. I want you guys to walk through this with me. So the start date will be, for example, 2 weeks from now. So we are literally the 23rd. So that'd be the 30th is 1 week. So if we go into February, the 6th is 2 weeks exactly. So anything beyond the 6th, we can fly. Anything earlier than that, we can't do it. So I'm going to say the 14th, Valentine's Day, yeah? And as you can see, it's already selected the end date for this flight to remain within 1 day. Now, what you can do is give yourself a few days because the weather might be snowing on Valentine's Day, might be raining on the Saturday, might get sunny on the Sunday, but might fully be sunny on Monday and Tuesday. So let's say the 17th and the 18th is fully dry. So I'm going to give myself a week to fly to do this. The 14th to the 21st of February. My maximum height, I never really need anything over 80 feet, to be fair. Now, I used to struggle and think, flight path, map, file, what the hell? If you don't have one, do not worry, as it's not a required field. Now, keep scrolling, no additional information, nope. The task, address, so what you're going to do is you're going to put the address that you want to do the task. For example, I'd put blah, Grove, Now we're on the map. We're gonna actually circle on the map where it is. Put the borough, you know, London. Oh, sorry, maybe not London here for the city. Put the postcode SEDD 5034, because it probably won't let me submit to the next step if it's not submitted correctly. 5HY, for example, just a random one, yeah. So you're gonna punch in your fly ID, punch in a random set of characters, pilot name. Do not do what I'm doing if this is your real flight, obviously. You're gonna punch in your date of birth, 1997 16th of January. Happy birthday, belated. Put your home address. Blah de blah de blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. My battery's low, so sorry for the lag. London. Email address blah de blah de blah at gmail.com. So now you've inputted your full pilot details, where you're flying, how long you're flying for, and how high you're flying. So just because you put it for 14 days for a whole week doesn't mean I'm going to be flying for a week. I might do 2 flights out the week, if you get what I mean, or 3 or 4, however much I want to do. However, there is a process afterwards. So here is the map. They give you a specific radius, so the map will automatically be selected to the FRZ that you selected at the start. So you can see this is the whole of the London City Airport, and we want to be flying on Woolwich Ferry. So if we zoom in right down here, you got the ferry approach east and west. North and south. So let's say, for example, we want to be flying here, record some shots of the Woolwich Ferry. The radius doesn't have to be that big, but I would say to cover more than what you are flying, just to be safe. You might get emergency and have to move out sort of around here, whereas you only want to be filming just here. So always give yourself a more than enough of what you're flying. So if I click the radius number and I drop it down to 200, if I drop that down to 200, you see the radius. Oops, I've gone through to the next stage, flight location. So if I go back one more time to previous, if I go back down, my details should still be there. Yep, it is. So the radius is much more smaller, so I think it updates automatically on the spot. So if I do 700 and I just tap that, you see the radius is much larger. We don't need so much of a radius, so we're gonna say 250. 2/5. As you can see, the circle looks like it's a bit smaller, defo, so it looks perfect end to end, but there's not that much space for me to take off, although there is. But I just feel like if I had a bit much of a bigger circle, I could have a bit more room to take off, if you get me. Sorry guys. Maybe here I could take off from. It's on a roadway. Is a mini drone, Mini 33. So if you go to next, so now we got to put the details of the drone. Click drone, aircraft model. I'm gonna put Mini 33 Pro. Serial number, which you'll find on the drone menu, on the DJI Flight app, or through the RC. Also, that goes for the remote ID as well. You will have to go into the DJI RC, get your remote ID number to place into the field below. I'm not sure why they ask for that, but I believe it's just a thing, part of the process. And then next, down at the bottom, we have the color. It's a funny one for the Mini 3 Pros, however you probably perceive it. White, silver, grey. But for this remote ID, for this sake of the video, I'm gonna put a random one or leave it. Put grey. Category we'll put open, as we're not flying specific. Specifics are a lot more risk than open, which is up the few below. So we're gonna go back to open. tick to confirm. Can add in a model aircraft club name if you are with a club. Not that it will get you any more approvals. It's pretty much the same thing as not being in a club. Sometimes I forgot to put that I am in a club and I've still got approved. So it's nothing big. Purpose of the flight. So quickly just gonna front in at Great Arrows, I'm so sorry. Favorite club. Purpose of the flight, I put those are the purposes there. Probably click filming. Now I just put something simple. Obviously you can put the more detailed the more better for the sake of the NATS and other pilots. Also notice to airmans. Also always check for that on the day of operation. There down below you have the operator details of who's operating the drone. That would be me. So for the sake of the video, YTT. Do not copy me if it's a real complete flight. If you actually trying to get approval, put your correct details. Do not do what I'm doing. This is just for the sake of the video of the process, how to apply. Operator contact number, point of contact on the day. This can be a drone spotter or you if it's just you flying. I prefer to fly with someone always, or let someone know if I am flying alone. So that can be Joe Vlogs, who's going to be next to me with his ham radio on his iPhone. Throw in an email. I doubt this is going to work. I knew it. Right. So remote ID, just put something. Serial, probably put something random there. Huju. That's for the remote ID. We've done that. Contact number, simple. Boom. Right. At gmail.com. Quick and fast. Outlook's too many syllables. Right, we are there. So this is the page when you have completed it. It's just a summary for you to recheck through all the info. As I've said, it's a 7-day flight. 7-day window doesn't mean I'll be flying all 7 days. It's just a window for me to catch the right weather to go out and do the operation. The task details, where it will be, my details as I'm the pilot. The map. If you click the hyperlink below, it should show you the map that you have created of where your flight will be. This is what you will need to also send to DGI to get the geo zone unlocked. The details of my aircraft. As you can see, the Mini 33 Pro. Open space category. The drone club I'm with. The purpose and details of the flight for the NATS aerospace team, also for civilian aircraft or any and other airmen operating around at that time. Also for the police as well. So you click all 3 of these, you're done, do the capture. I am not a human. Bam! You're ready to go. I'm not going to submit because once I submit, you should receive an email saying congratulations, we've received your approval. Bam. Next step from that, you probably receive approval, rejection, or more information within the next 3 to 4 days or so. I can't guarantee because I'm not them. I do not work for them, but that's just in my case.